Well, I've got to go find that book, right? Because I know where you are, so you'll be easy to find. But I don't want to forget about that book. How do I get out of this place? It's been so long. Did I do it? Ah, yeah. I was in the spire for a long time. Some people, like a surprisingly large number of people, are calling it the most complicated, or most difficult, or most disliked part of the game for various reasons. Not a hive mind, but there's a lot of the word most being applied to the spire for a number of reasons. So that was interesting to see happen. Oh man, back to our home area. The place that felt like Riven, which I liked. How do I have to press the button? Oh, right, the elevator's not here, isn't it? How could I possibly not have noticed that difference? It's a slightly higher floor. There we go. Yeah, when given an option, I'll generally prefer locations that are like Riven or Quern, which is not a Myst game, but applicable. Just because I'm like, oh, I can tell how this all fits together and where I am. It's very useful to be able to tell easily where you... Did I read that before? The ending has not yet been written, Tomana.
Thank you, my love.
For what?
For everything. For this. And for showing me again and again that no matter how many mistakes we've made, the ending has not yet been written.
Ubisoft would have put a line in that, like that right there, huh? By the way, the ending definitely isn't planned yet. More sequels forever, Ubisoft way. I think the book was dropped across the water, so it's probably on that island over there. Just the number one thing I associate Ubisoft with is sequels, so when I hear that the end is not yet written, all I can think about is like, yes, they did want to make more of these. But they only got one more. There's only a Myst V. I wonder if Ubisoft even published it. I'm actually not sure. I think that was Cyan's return to the franchise, but I don't know much about it yet. Oh yeah, down there, right down there's got to be the window I was looking through. Why are we so vibraty? That wasn't me, right? No, the whole platform was probably wobbling based on the that other thing moving around. I was kind of through there. Except wasn't he like down there? Can I go down here when that's out of the way? Can I not? So that's the window, right? That's where I was up there. Yeah, I arrived up there, so I think that's where the chamber is, where the books are. The window points over there, so I think somewhere down on the shore is where I actually have to go. Maybe there's a different way to get down. Does this place look like it's been tossed over more? Those are all busted out. But I don't think these windows were broken last time, were they?
I knew you'd have one.
Ah. Is that Akinar? Yeah, that's where the glowy text was before, on the right, the one I photographed. Ah. Better photo. I am a child of water. Heart, head, life, fate, health, offsprings. So it's for palm reading. That probably comes up somewhere. Yeah, there's a 5-part combination. I'm not sure if I have the information I need to do it though. Like I have the alphabet, but I don't know if I have a key that would indicate what order this should be in, right? What the hell? I moved and I heard like a machine noise. That's what Cirrus gave to her. It weirds me out how I like straight up can't walk up to this door. Is it just not a door? It looks like a door, but I can't approach it at all to even look at it. I imagine that doing the correct book combination opens this door, and that's like the puzzle. I just find it odd that I can't even walk up to it until it's open. Have I read this? I haven't read this yet, have I?
Monday. I got this book. Dad gave it to me. I'm going to write in it every night. Tuesday. In the morning, we worked on long division. After dinner, I made a puzzle. Mom and me started the fun club and looked at stars. Thursday. I didn't do much. Sunday. We visited my brother today. He had a gift for me, but Dad made me go home before I could see it. I felt bad. Dad talked to me later and said it was just bones, so I shouldn't be scared. I wasn't, because I don't think Agnar meant it to be bad. He looked so sad when we left. Monday. It was hot. I spent the whole day by the water. Saturday. Dad took me to a really neat place today. It's called Serenia, and the people there are so nice. They never forget stuff, because if they do, their memory chamber remembers it for them. I went inside, and I saw all the memory globes hanging from the ceiling, just like Sarah said I would. Monday. Mom said it's too soon to go back to Serenia.
Whoops. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway.
Though, and I don't know if I want my memories put inside a globe when I'm dead. What if I need them? Thursday. I told both Cirrus and Agnar about the fun club. They want to join. Wednesday. Dad finally said we could go see Anya tomorrow. She takes care of the memory chamber. She's one of its protectors. Only women can be protectors. Men stay in the village and do other hard stuff, like fixing roofs. Thursday. I saw the coolest creature on Serenia today. It was made of water, but when it saw me looking, it got shy and fell apart. Dad said it must have been a fish, jumping because he didn't see it. Mom believed me though. Friday. Anya told me her people put their memories in globes so their families can visit them in the dream world. She said I could visit the dream world too, but I'd have to learn how. Plus, I need a spirit guide. Maybe I can get one next time we visit. Sunday. I got the best gift of all time today, a spirit guide statue. Cirrus carved it for me himself. It looks kind of funny, but it's 'cause he never saw one. He just went with what I told him. He knows exactly what questions to ask, and he listens better than anyone. Friday. Before supper, Dan and me changed the lock on my bookshelf. I said since I'm learning Donnie, I could change the covers and use everyone's name instead. I won't forget. Who's older than who either? He said it really had to be the really last time, but he was glad. Thursday. We didn't do much, but tomorrow I start learning how to dream on Serenia. I'll probably be too busy to write in this journal for months. Sunday. Anya gave me a special necklace today. It's really good at picking up memories. She says some things are better at holding them than others, and that only the most powerful memories get shown. I touched it as soon as I got home, and it worked. I can't wait to show all my friends.
He's like, I'm gonna write in this every single day, and then immediately within the first week she'd already not written in it 3 times. And then Cirrus is being interpreted as somebody who's like intently listening, like, oh wow, what a great listener, he knows all the right questions to ask, but he's actually intently listening because he's specifically trying to manipulate you for his own ends. Which is unfortunate. That book wasn't there before, was it? I feel like I looked around this room and would have noticed something that obvious. I hope. Let's go back into that real quick. I want to highlight what I think was the specific clue. Yeah. Before supper, Dad and me changed the lock to the bookshelf. I said since I'm leaving Denis, I could change the covers and use everyone's names instead. I won't forget who's older than who, either. He said it really had to be the really last time, but he was glad. So I think that I've already confirmed that it's a 5-button combination, because I pressed 5 and then after that it resets, saying to confirm that you're wrong. So I think that it's going to be the names of the mother, the father, the 2 sons, and the daughter in age order, which might take a little guesswork, but not too much guesswork, because I'm not sure which brother is older and whether the father or the mother is older. I don't remember that off the top of my head, but if you have the right ones from there, the process of elimination wouldn't take very long. This will be interesting. I believe I have everything photographed that I need to solve this puzzle. Alright, you can't see. Unfortunately, you can't use arrow keys to go through the these while it's zoomed in. I would love to just go here and be like left, 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 right, up, down, just whatever, to skip through them, but that's not an option. I'd also love a grid screen that shows like 6 of the photos at once, but we have this, which is not necessarily optimum. Also, I got these crystals we photographed midway through. I'm sure that'll be important. I'm just gonna let that sit for now, though, while I deal with the other thing I believe is the puzzle. Yep. There was a linking book there. That's probably the one to Serenia. Perhaps. It's the other age mentioned so far, at least. So the person took it and used it, but thankfully people can't steal linking books and actually take them with them. So that's why we saw it dropped on the ground, which is a convenient plot device for the entire franchise for me as a player, being able to actually go places in a story about books being stolen all the time. Otherwise I'd be in some real trouble. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, grabbing me a notepad and my frustratingly loud chair. Alright. Here's the part where I get to try to draw what everyone's names are, and I guess we'll just skip ahead a bit because you guys can't really see me searching for letters one by one and drawing them. Boy, do I have a sloppily written copy of everyone's names coming to a theater near you. I'm suspicious about something here, by the way. So I've simply tried to match letters and people's names with what's before me here. But everything's so bizarrely out of order here, and it seems like they were just practicing at random. Like, there's no alphabetical order, there's no real sense to it. And what's interesting to me in particular is there's like a capital I here and a lowercase I here, so there's like differences at times. So I'm a bit curious about that. Like, this lowercase I has a little flat top on top, This uppercase I has a backwards curve and a dash. This lowercase th has a little flat thing on top, whereas the lowercase also has a curve back. The capital one has like a curve backwards. Same thing goes for this P. So that might be relevant for reinterpreting some of these things when I'm trying to figure out if they don't quite match. But some of these other ones have a curve back when they're lowercase, so I'm not really sure. I wouldn't even think that there's a difference between uppercase and lowercase till I saw these ones here and those ones there that seem to suggest it. We'll see. I also made my way back here because I was curious to see if the pages turn in this book, but they don't. So that's the only thing you can look at, I believe. I've put them in the order of Atrus, Catherine, Cirrus, Achenar, Yeesha, kind of arbitrarily guessing that Atrus and Cirrus are older than their counterparts, but pretty much based on not much. Okay. This would be easier to see if it wasn't sideways. Okay. That looks like an A. The rest doesn't really match though. Oh man. Looking at since it's not language I speak, looking at these things sideways is actually like really hard. Is that it? I don't know, it looks like the same symbol twice at the end. Oh man. And this is assuming that I'm even right about it being these characters' names. And also the concern of like, is it a letter-to-letter translation or is it a phonetic translation? And am I supposed to be interpreting something else based on the apparent phonetic nature? Huh. Okay, I can get some from this. I believe the name on top is Catherine and the bottom is Atrus. Which means my idea of what Atrus's name looks like is very wrong. It's that weird little thing with the dash on the bottom. It looks like it ends with an R. Catherine I'm pretty close on. In particular, I'm noticing that the E at the end of Catherine is dropped. So silent letters are dropped. But most of my rendition of Catherine's correct, except for the part where they connect all the letters like cursive, and mine are a bunch of distinct symbols, which makes it harder to notice they're the same. But I'm pretty right about Catherine. So is that Atrus? Has a dash on the top and ends with an R. This is probably Atrus. Catherine, is it that one? That one. That. I think it's that one. I think that's Atrus and Catherine right there. Oh, stop scrolling. Now I gotta get Cirrus. Is that Cirrus? I think that is Cirrus, actually. Yeah. It's like the zigzag that starts and ends because its name starts with an S and ends with an S. It's got this little sprute in the middle. Flat top here, curvy bit here. That's Cirrus. Okay. Achenar. That looks like... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that looks a lot like the thing I thought was Atrus. I'm gonna have to look back at it. Am I latching onto the wrong superficial things for Atrus's name? So it's got like what looks like an N with a little like grave above it. It's got like a shark fin. The N swoop. Side curve. Yeah, that's not Atrus. This is Atrus. Atrus, Catherine, Cirrus. That should have fixed up that till now. Okay. Now looking for Achenar. Shoot. Oh, that looks really close to my drawing, actually. Swoop to the left, swoop to the side. W. The two swoops again, more or less, followed by one to the right, at the end of an N-looking thing. Okay. Just for reference, I'm taking a picture of which ones I've pushed so far, just because it might be hard to remember them if this is wrong for any reason, because it could be a book is wrong, or it could be that I'm wrong about their ages. I'm trying to keep track of them. Now I need Yeesha, and I'm just assuming we're going oldest to youngest. That's also something that might not be correct. It could be youngest to oldest. Yeesha, wildly different character set. There's the vague suggestion that maybe repeated characters don't count. So maybe I need to put that into thought here. It seems like it's supposed to end with a little sprout like these ones, but going the other way, I thought. But it seems like none of them ever lean left, they always lean right. Even though the reference things seem to include that they would lean that way. I think this is my missing link. So here's the family tree. I've kind of figured out how to read it now that I know what some of the names are. So I believe that if you look at the spotlight part that's lit up, the central one in that place where it's going like diagonally from like the top right down to the middle left, that middle one, that should be Atrus. The one on the top right of the spotlight area should be Catherine, I believe. Yeah, that matches up. And then there you have, on the very top of the screen, you have three names all horizontal with each other in the darkness, so they're nice and hard to read. As far as I can tell, the top left is Akinar. The top center is Cirrus. And then that would leave the top right being Yeesha, which looks absolutely nothing like what I got from my attempted translation, but it gives me something to do, something to go off of. Hard to make out in the darkness though. But it's four symbols. It ends with the squiggle. It has like a EK in the middle and like an L. Like Eleek. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Oh, I'm gonna be wrong though, because I assumed Cirrus is older than Akinar. Yeah. Let's try to retrace our steps here, but swap Cirrus and Akinar. So you were Atrus. You were Catherine. Gotta go for Akinar next, which was you. Then Cirrus. And now we'll try Yeesha. Oh. Alright, let's put the notepad away for now. Apparently I got that. That did not at all open what I thought was going to open, by the way. I'm like, there's an obvious door over here. It's like you expect I'd screw with the bookshelves and then, you know, that would open. No, if that opens, it's somewhere else, apparently. Huh. Alright. Hello, spooky staircase. Let's throw a save down real quick. Kind of throwing them haphazardly. I'm not really naming them this time around. I don't usually use them, but they're good to have scattered throughout, especially when games have branching endings, or who knows if you can get stuck in a puzzle. A good adventure game can't make you get fully stuck, but it happens sometimes. Is this how I get to the... Oh, is this how I get to where that guy had the book and they dropped it? I think this is it. What do you do? Oh, it makes the bookcase drop. Okay. Oops. So you have to do the bookcase every single time. Atrus. Catherine, Akinar, Cirrus. Nope. All right. My bad. Bringing the notes back. I thought I'd put them away because I have limited space right now. So that's Atrus, Catherine, Akinar, Cirrus. I remember the wrong one being Cirrus. There we go. That has me curious, though. You pull the lever to make it go back, right? So what if I go... Oh, I can't go up there. I was like, I wonder what's on the back of the bookcase. The answer is nothing. Ha. That's funny. So I solved it that way by actually figuring out the combination. But this is a really terrible... That's a terrible combination lock for keeping a place secret because it's just the next floor down. So somebody seems to have scuba dived here, and that's how they got here. That's how they got here. Which even then, that's a weirdly convoluted solution because you think you could just get a rope and just climb down a little bit or something. This is kind of a weird way to get here. I'm also not sure why you need scuba gear if you can just swim here. But I don't think you need the ability to swim underwater necessarily. So there's a linking book. This one we saw in the broken window. Seems like it's just some painting. Oh, it's the Thunder Plains from Breath of the Wild. So is this Serenia? Oh, giant moths or butterflies. Interesting how much this place in particular immediately feels like I was like flying into the intro of an MMORPG. In fact, this landscape still looks like an MMO. Actually, it almost looks like a discarded Yoko Taro setting. Like Nier in Drakengard. Oh, so they really captured her. And there was a linking book here? Is it on the floor? It is on the floor. I don't want to click on it because I don't think it'll zoom in. I think it'll just use it. But I think that takes me back to Tamana. Looks like Tamana. So she was trying to go back to Tamana, but she was being dragged in through here.